Okay, it's recording. This is my second video. I'm not one of these Officer Tatum O'Neill people. And what's my other guy that's just awesome? Always talking about his wish they'd killed my baby's mama or something. And he's joking, but he just kind of a sarcastic. I don't know. He's just funnier than hell. Anyway. Got some great points out there. Lionel Harris, I think. Lawrence Harris, Lionel Harris, anyway. They're on my YouTube page. I add them as favorites or whatever. I'm not a big guru. Sorry, I wasn't even looking at the camera because I was off in space thinking. I was just watching some videos of Nancy Pelosi where she said something about, wherever the fuck this takes us. And then she says, we'll wherever the fall of the facts. So very quick with covering up what she said, but she didn't like, nor do any of the Democrats like what people say, anything against them. If you question them, how dare you? We're demigods. They think they're linked to the pharaohs. They think all this shit. They're the Antichrist's own children. The devil's own children, whatever. But these people are just blowing smoke up your ass. Sorry, I don't play the game, politically correct shit. I'm not politically correct. In fact, politically correct is bullshit. That's just another way to manipulate people. So, Joe Biden was also, I was just reviewing some of this, where Joe Biden said, I have 40 years and I'm going to beat Joe Biden. He doesn't know what he's saying. I would rather vote for a high schooler than Joe Biden. In fact, I'd rather have a high schooler over any of them just because they're very evil. They'll tell you anything that they think that will manipulate you to vote for them, to get them power. They'll tell you anything to keep that power. But they've done nothing in 40 years, 50 years. Next to nothing. Since Roosevelt, I don't think any of them have done shit. So little. And yet, they're taking more money, spending more money for their friends. They give it to their friends, and then their friends later give it to them. We look at China. Joe Biden his son took in, his family, took in $1.5 billion. And then they took in $50,000 a month from Ukraine. They were getting millions of dollars for meet and greet. I think that's what they call it, meet and greet, where they were getting access to Vice President Joe Biden. So he was getting paid, and then they have a witness, Hunter Biden's partner, stated that he has videos, and he showed it, and he has emails and stuff where they're showing, and it's also on Hunter Biden's laptop, where they're showing that Joe Biden knew that he was meeting people, that his son was getting paid money to meet. Joe Biden got 10% of some Chinese company that I don't know what the value was. I couldn't remember, but it was a huge number. He's not supposed to do that. That's quid pro quo. President Trump didn't do shit. He didn't ask for anything. He didn't give any demands. He didn't do anything. And he never said quid pro quo 7 times like Adam Schiff said he did. Not once did he say it. Got a transcript. So all these people, Kamala Harris, she's a skunk. Actually, I called her in my previous video, what she was. But her and Clinton, anyway, her and Hillary Clinton, evil wenches. I won't use the other word, but there's no word that's bad enough for them. Bitch is like a beautiful word to describe them people. They do not care about you. They're not interested in your welfare at all. And that's what's a shame. They'll tell you anything. And then this news doesn't say anything about Joe, telling Joe, does, excuse me, COVID-19, man. It doesn't say anything about Joe Biden making that stupid remark about him beating himself. All the slip-ups that he's done, calling his wife this and his, what was a good one? When he said that Kamala Harris, he was the wife of somebody, or somebody was his wife, and then he was running with Kamala Harris as though she was the president. And we all know that's going to be the case. She's going to be the president. He's incompetent. He has to run for a short period of time. But with all their changes, with all the abolishment of the... God, sometimes my brain just goes. With all the abolishment of the Constitution, these people just think they can do anything. They've done so much. Clinton destroyed 35,000 or 350,000, whatever it was, emails. She had them on her private server, which was illegal. She knew it was illegal. She said, oh, they were just personal. They weren't. They were classified information. She lied to the FBI investigators. Felony. Before a Senate hearing, she lied. She not only destroyed her computers, she beat the hard drive. She bleached the drives, which is just writing to the drive a million times, which makes it impossible to bring back the data with recovery software or anything. And then she banged the shit out of them with a hammer or something, a ball-peen hammer. She beat the shit out of the drives. So there's just nothing on those hard drives, yet you're going to beat the shit out of them like that? Why not just keep them at your home? If you deleted all that stuff and it wasn't perfect, then why would you destroy the evidence? Why would you destroy the hard drives? Leave them on there. Use them. Because there was illegal. She knew there was illegal stuff. She lied. I don't know how many felonies she's committed. She was involved since Watergate with Nixon, 1970 or whatever the hell it was. She's been involved in almost every scandal in recorded time. Since 70s, of course. Sorry, I didn't mean to say recorded time, but every scandal she's been involved in. She's a crook. She got people off that were molesting children and she laughed about it. She said, Dad, I did this and I did that, and yeah, that poor old girl, I got my client off that. She was laughing about it. It was a 15-year-old girl. And I think it was Epstein, but I haven't seen it for a few years or whatever it's been. Sorry, I've seen so much stuff I've investigated since 9/11. That's another story I'll bring up another day. Her and Obama and that Benghazi thing, they let our people die, our embassy be taken over, and they said it was because of a movie. Oh, bullshit. That's just a crock. I mean, I don't know how they come up with these stupid lies and people believe them. Seriously? I don't get that. Are you possessed by the devil, their master, to the point that anything they say, you'll say, oh, okay, yeah, they said that. It must be true. But they've been lying to you. And we can see the news right now making up stories. Here's a good one. We see President Trump's rallies and 50,000, 70,000 people. It looks like a rock concert. like a super hardcore badass rapper or something. There's so many damn people, they're turning them away. They're standing outside. Standing. Now you see Joe Biden's get-togethers and Kamala Harris. There ain't nobody there. In fact, I think most of the people there are his staff and aides and all that shit. Family they brought along, or people they paid. And in fact, I know Hillary Clinton was paying people to come. And she was the same thing, and the press made it look like it was so big, and people at Joe Biden's were honking horns and, trying to make it sound like there was people there. But there wasn't anybody there. Less than 100 easy, if not more, like 40. And how many of those were reporters and stuff? And the reporters never asked, hey, Joe, what about that laptop that your son's attorney tried to get back, that nobody's denying that isn't Hunter's, that Hunter left there because he's a crackhead, that has pictures and videos of Hunter screwing little kids in China, and a bunch of drug paraphernalia pictures, and emails that said, hey, I got a meeting set up with my dad, and all kinds of stuff showing that Hunter was going to be paid, and they expected Hunter to bring his dad. Now that's quid pro quo. Getting old, man. So much stress. I sleep like shit. Anyway, I just can't believe, with all the evidence and the press not asking any hard questions, except for the last president. Remember back 500 years ago when you petted that woman's bottom and, something stupid, whatever. I can't think of any of their stupid shit from so long ago. They brought up Russia, I don't know how many times. Ku Klux white supremacist crap. How many times he's denied it for the past 3 or 4 years. President Trump doesn't have anything to do with white supremacists. I don't even know that they have white supremacists anymore. I mean, they got a couple people here, Idaho, when I was a kid, Idaho had white supremacists all over the place. I don't see any now. Now I got a son that's kind of black, actually he's black, but I don't want to take away from his parents because he's got beautiful parents. But I'm kind of a father figure, and they all call me Pops. So I call him my son. But he was over at our cabin, and, it was kind of, you don't see a lot of black people over there. But we didn't have any problems. Nobody said anything. They're not going to say anything about me anyway. I'm not one of those people that put up with that, so I think they know it. But I don't see any white supremacy anymore. Not for like 30 years, 40 years. I just don't see it. Now, there's probably closet and pocket, but white supremacy can be. They have a right to be that way. They just can't take over the world or terrorize people, kidnap people, hurt people. But they do have the free will to love white. Black people get to do it. They get to have a black channel. Black colleges. Black day, black this, black that. Hey, then we get a white day, we get a something day. It's the rules are the same. It's not, gay people get to do whatever they want and you got to tolerate the gay people. But you know what? They don't have to tolerate you. No. And if you say anything bad about them, you're racist, you're this, you're homophobic. It's a stupid word. I don't have to like gay people. I do like some and I don't like others. You know why? I don't like their attitude. I don't like the way they behave. If they're gay, I don't believe in gay. Sorry. You weren't born that way, and that's okay. I was born an alcoholic, but I wasn't born one. I have a choice. That's a little confusing. Even if you're gay, you have a choice. You can either practice to be gay or you can change. I'm born an alcoholic. I don't get to drink anymore. I choose not to drink because it just doesn't work for me. I got my juice, man. What am I drinking? Orange, carrot, turmeric, and mango. Super juice. I treat my body good. Sometimes I eat shit food. But I try to eat good foods, drink good stuff, take good vitamins, take this. I try to do good things. I choose to be what I am. Saying I was born an alcoholic and using that for an excuse to continue to do something stupid that isn't good for me, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. But anyway, back to the point. Nobody has to accept or like anybody. They get a free will. Now, I don't like a lot of black people, don't like a lot of white people, don't like a lot of purple people, blue and green and all pink and all the rest of the colors. I don't like them because what they stand for, what they are. That's why I don't like them, and that's why there's issues out there, because you act like a fucking idiot. You act like a snot-nosed, entitled piece of shit. Sorry. When you're out there bebopping, flopping a 40 in your hand, pulling down your pants, down to your knees, and all this other stuff, and screaming and yelling and acting like a fucking chimpanzee or a rabid dog or whatever, hey, people aren't going to like you. Not because you're black, because you're an idiot. So how do you get behind this stuff that says, oh, they're prejudiced? No, you're a fucking bitch, man. No one likes you because you're a bitch. They don't like the white person that's a bitch either. So all this stuff that's going around that it just gets to me. What the hell are we doing? And we got the press covering for all these people and all these things and this terrorism, and they're saying, oh, they're peaceful protests as you're burning buildings and killing people, killing cops, killing black people that have nothing to do with this, beating other people that are just bystanders. I mean, how can you have terrorists be called peaceful? That's not peaceful. Now you have Trump supporters that went to whatever it was, some type of rally, and they had all their guns. And they were called terrorists and called the National Guard and all that stuff. They didn't do anything. They didn't even raise a gun or even cause the slightest squabble. They just were there. Now that's peaceful, but they weren't called peaceful. They were smeared, and stories were made up about every possible thing. Yet the real ones that are terrorists are this Antifa, BLM. It's the Democratic smokescreen. It's paid for by Soros. I saw these people handing out money to people. They had videos of them. They hand out money, telling them, go do this, go do that. Sorry, COVID. There was, what's the other group? There was a numerous people, and BLM is a front for the Democratic Party. If you go sign up and pay money, donate to the BLM website, it takes you to another site, and I don't remember what it was, but I tried it, and I actually posted it. And then you go to this website, and you look up who this website donates to. This website donated $100 million to Bernie and to Elizabeth Warren and to Joe Biden and then a few other people. $300 million. Now, isn't that for BLM and for the betterment of black people? Not. It just funny money laundering and a campaign scheme to get more money to people so they can have more smear campaigns, more smear commercials, etc., etc. So they can travel more, they can pay more people to, promote their communist, globalist agendas. I would believe that the BLM would be getting most of that money, but they don't. And the protesters are not black. Where's all the black people? I don't see any. So there's black people, but where are they at? Come on, where are they at? I think it's like 70% white people and 30% black. And how were they being affected? More white people get killed than black people. And most of the black people got killed were idiots. You're not going to talk back and ignore a cop, and he's wondering if you're going to shoot him, kill him, and everything else, and reaching over and grabbing stuff and, trying to attack a cop. You're not going to do that. If you came at me and I have my gun pulled and you're going to come at me and I got a gun, sorry, I'm going to think you're too fucking crazy and I can't trust you. I'm going to shoot you. Why? Because you don't attack somebody with a gun. That's just dumb. So something must be wrong with you, and I should be fearing for my life. And it's not easy being a cop. Now, I'm not saying there's not some dumbass cops, and there is. 30% shouldn't be cops. I don't care about their training. Just what they are, they shouldn't be cops. And that's true with social workers and politicians and, medical this and any type of profession. 30% shouldn't be in that line of work whatsoever, because they don't have the demeanor that's needed to function with the public and to function properly, do what's right. They don't have it. But there's hard to be a cop. There's some great cops. I've been pulled over. I used to get pulled over a lot. I haven't get pulled over lately. Thank you, God. Thank you, police. I thought I was getting pulled over the other day doing 90, and Waze said, hey, there's a cop ahead, and yeah, it was too late. I wasn't paying attention. But anyway, he didn't come. I slammed my brakes with quick boom, and he didn't come after me, and I was like, thank you. Okay, cool. But I got pulled over all the time. When I got pulled over, I'm not going to say, hey, you fucking pig. Hey, how you doing? He's doing his job. I'm speeding. Hey, guess what? I'm speeding. It's against the law. I know it. I deserve a ticket. I'm going to try to get out of the ticket. And I'm going to try. I used to try to fight parking tickets too, but it's too much time nowadays. And there's no parking in Seattle. That's the only place I ever got parking tickets. But anyway, I just, thank you, police officer. Thank you, officer. Thank you. Now, some are pricks. And if they're really a prick, I don't put up with that. Sorry. But I'm not stupid about it either. So I don't act aggressively towards them, but I may give them some words. But most of the time, I'm like, thank you. Hey, I appreciate what you're doing. You have a good job. I appreciate your practice, whatever, smiling. I've shaken their hands, all kinds of stuff. Hey, thank you. And they're shocked. First of all, they're shocked. They're not expecting that. But, they're doing a job. That's their job, I don't always agree with, doing a little speeding, getting pulled over. I mean, if you're driving like a maniac, like I've seen, those people totally, because they're going to hurt somebody. But me doing I do 10 to 20 over on the freeway. I don't do it down residential. I might do 5 miles an hour or something. I try to watch that one because there's kids. There's possibility. But on the freeways and highways, yeah, I'm clicking. 10 to 20 is my normal since I was, 16. Actually, I didn't speed before I got my license. So anyway, 16 to now, I've always sped. On my motorcycle, yeah, it was 100 to 120. I haven't had a motorcycle for a long time, and that's a good thing. I don't do alcohol well. I don't do motorcycles well. Yeah, that's just me. But anyway, back to my point. There's so many things going on. I get really sidetracked, sorry. We have good police officers, so much bullshit going on, and they're lying to you. They're lying about everything. Facebook is manipulating you. Google is manipulating you. Twitter is censoring all of this news. And, if I post something that's against the Democrat, well, not me, because that hasn't happened yet, but I've had a couple of my posts say, there was parts of this that were not factual, oh, you didn't have a period there, you know, or something stupid. It wasn't that, but it was something stupid like that. But, you know, a lot of people have been censored heavily. They've been in Facebook jail because they're posting things that are against a party. And Facebook doesn't want that out. They only allow things that fit good for the Democratic globalist party. They're really not Democrats, they're globalists. They want a one world government, and they've talked about it. Obama said it, I don't know, 100 times in his speeches. Talked about Islam and the Holy Quran. Well, I thought you were a Christian. Holy Quran isn't Christian, dude. Islam has nothing to do with God or the Bible. Nothing. It's its own thing, man. It's completely anti-God. It had nothing to do with God. So this Holy Quran he mentioned so many times, but he's a Christian. See, he lied to us. He lied to us about it, just about everything. I just can't stand being manipulated. I mean, Twitter was blocking the president from talking about Hunter Biden's laptop and Joe Biden knowing about it and being involved in this scandal in China and Ukraine and everything else. You can't talk about it. And then Mulvaney, I think her name's Mulvaney, beautiful white girl, blonde. I think it's Mulvaney. It's his press secretary, I think it is. Anyway, awesome. Smart as hell, man. God, I wish I could remember. I wish I could follow the same path and be able to put this here and do it exactly, man. I'm just kind of all over the place. But I've always been that way. But anyway, they block so many people, and it infuriates me. I'm not against Democrats. I'm not against Republicans or anybody. I'm against what they stand for. I'm not even a Republican. I kind of became one that. Shut up. I kind of became one, so to speak, because they're the only thing that fit. And maybe they think they call them libertarians. It's, oh God, the father and son that are senators. I can't think of their name right now. Rand, I think it was Rand. Paul Rand and some other Rand. I think they're that party, or independents. Maybe they're called independents. I don't know. And I could be more independent. So, and there are some Democrats out there, sorry to say, that are really good, and they're not liking what's going on. A couple switched over because they're just going, these people are way out of control. They're not Democrats. They're globalists. They want the New World Order. Bush talked about it. Junior and senior and all the other presidents that slipped out, it's came up. Obama talked about it all the damn time. One world government, New World Order. Oh, I just saw something on Globalist Friend or something. It said, what the hell was that on? I think it was Google Music. Apple Music. I think it was on Apple Music anyway, and it said something about it was talking about vote, and then it said globalist voter. It's your right to vote. It's important. Globalist. We're not globalists. We're American. Globalist. See, it's always been there, and they've been trying to funnel us towards that. It's in media. It's in songs. It's in movies. On talk shows with all those paid for hookers that are paid by Hollywood and the leftist crowd. I don't want to be globalist. And I know that's going to come for a lot of the world anyway. I mean, a lot of them are getting there. So anyway, sorry I rambled. I'm only on 30 minutes now. Last time was 35. Lose track of time, sorry. I'm just concerned, and I really want people to wake up. I'm not the enemy of the black or the white, the poor Indians. Man, they got screwed so bad throughout history. Black people not. Irish got treated way worse than black people. Had it way worse. We've had Chinese that were slaves and everything. So you know what? All this black shit, yeah, kiss off. It's all bullshit. Everybody, the Jews were slaughtered by 6 million. How many black people died? 100. Okay, maybe it was 1,000. Don't know. But was it 6 million? Were you put in concentration camps? Yeah, so shut up. That just pisses me off. Change your attitude, learn. Don't walk around huffing and puffing saying everybody treating you like shit, man. I ain't got nothing. Shit, I've been sitting around all day waiting for something to come. Yeah, it ain't coming. And you don't deserve it. You gotta work. You gotta try at least. I'm not against helping people, but not people that ain't gonna do nothing. They want to sit on their ass and do nothing and get what everybody else gets. No. So anyway, blessings. I hope everybody has a better year. This last one was horrible. And I don't mean to sound hateful about things, I get compassionate. I am that way. And I do have a stance. Mine is strong. It's always been that way. I've been this way since I was that high. You can't see, but Officer Tatum, go look him up. I can't think of his whole thing, but he's in my on YouTube, and he's fantastic. He can talk better than me, better looking too. He's kind of a handsome guy. And what's that other Lionel? I almost said Lionel Richie. I like him too. Damn, I need to go look up his songs now. But anyway, Lionel Harris. I think it's Lionel Harris. And he's in my YouTube likes or whatever that is, the channels or whatever the hell. Fantastic people. I mean, there's some good people out there, that are trying to tell you that there's some wrong stuff going on. And I'm going to tell you about this 9/11 here coming up, that one's going to be 10 hours. I'll try to keep it down to an hour, but that one's going to take a while. There's so much stuff on that too. And they passed a lot of laws, and that's what they're doing. They're taking away our rights to not serve somebody. The gay cake crap. It's wrong. I don't have to make a dildo or make somebody getting fucked in the ass, sorry, excuse my language, but I don't have to make cake like that. I don't have to. If they just had a wedding cake where two people get married, it probably wouldn't have went over so bad, but whatever they were making, no, I'm not going to make that. You don't have to. It's wrong. So anyway, thank you. I'll shut up now. This is my second video. I care for everybody. I don't want anybody hurt. I don't want anybody enslaved. I don't want anybody, suffering and all this crap that's going on. I mean, a lot of people are suffering, and usually it's the younger kids. I can say before 10 too, but 12 and 13 to, 18, 19, 20, maybe a little bit older. But those years were tough for me. I'll tell you about that story someday. Tough, and I feel for you. But never hurt yourself. I'm going to part with that, but never hurt yourself. Never beat yourself up. You got shit to change. You got things to do. But love yourself. And stop hating as an excuse to vote for such a wicked party. Because that's all they have against President Trump. Hate and made up stuff. Hate and hate and hate. But when you ask him for a fact, well, he's a racist. Or he's a bigamist. Or he's a tyrant. That was another one. Tyrant. He's a tyrant. No, the globalist Democratic Party is tyrant. They tell you everything you need to say, do, feel, and etc. But that's all they got. They can't come up with anything. They say he's a Russian, and he was a Russian collusion. All that was bullshit, and it was paid for by Clinton Foundation. They colluded with Russia. And Russia's not our enemy. China is. And Joe Biden and Kamala Harris plumped them up protected them, even though they let go of a virus that wiped out a lot of people, hurt a lot of people in many different ways. Like the lockdown alone hurt so many people, so many business. So sorry for all of you. It was wrong to do. And that's your Democratic Globalist Party and all the bullshit they pumped into us. And Dr. Fauci, he flip-flopped all over the place. He's the one that sent that virus and the study over to Wuhan anyway, with $3.7 million. So why in the hell is that? Yeah, so anyway, blessings and thank you. I'll shut up now. I wish you all the best. United we stand, divided we fall. We're not. We're all Americans. We need to stand together because this is important. These people aren't your friends. And if you really look, you'll see that. If not, God have pity on us all. Thank you. Thank you, President Trump, and all the other people that put up with so much, unlike any other time in history that I know of. Thank you.